My name is David Sparks, and this is my second year teaching at AMS, and my first year doing anything with KVEC. My partner in crime couldn't manage to make it today, so I'll be the first to admit he did the biggest majority of the grant writing, and I'm doing the speaking. So a problem that we have run into at AMS is about 45.2% of our students only about 45% of our students get proficient or distinguished on the end of year testing. And so we were taking a close look at that, and something that we proposed is that maybe we can help these students through computer science, because they use the same basic skills and the same basic skill set. You're learning problem solving. And so those scores are especially disparaging, considering the fact that many of our jobs and careers are requiring more and more mathematics, more and more technology usage, 21st century skills. Everything's becoming technological. What used to be the requirements in the bar set for people entering the job force, the bar has been raised dramatically. Now if you don't have, some of those basic skills, you're just out in the cold. So a few facts about, computer science as a whole. Fortunately for us, there's quite a bit of research that shows that using coding helps improve mathematics scores. A big one was done in 2018 where code.org shows that using computer science activities in mathematics classes increases scores in mathematics. The big kicker on that is using just a little bit in math helps increase your scores a little bit, but it's using going that extra mile with coding and computer science that really helps elevate a student's skills in mathematics and ultimately their scores. So what we have proposed and what we have done for this year is implemented 2 new computer science courses at the middle school level. My colleague Mark teaches one of those, and I teach the other one. He teaches computer science for innovators and makers, and I teach app creators. Computer science for innovators and makers is essentially a physical computing class. So he'll have little circuit boards. He uses something called essentially a maker bit. And the students get to utilize those things, build different things. They have different sensors on them. So they may create something that acts like a security device that will set off an alarm, when something happens. So there's always this, thing happening that when something is performed or something happens, then you have a cause and effect. And the same thing is true with my class, App Creators. App Creators is kind of a step above where Innovators and Makers leaves off. With that one, again, it's more revolved around physical computing, but you still get some of the computer science principles. With App Creators, the students are learning literally how to develop applications for Android devices using a program developed by MIT called MIT App Inventor. They're working on an iOS version, and I'll be really ecstatic when that comes out, but for right now, it only works on Android devices. And where our grant is being utilized is so we can sustain these 2 courses by having tablets available, so that way our students can utilize the tablets and see that their apps and their creations work on the tablets, as well as, the physical computing stuff, and having, extra of those around, and a full classroom set for the physical computing stuff. So our action plan with this, and we've already implemented offering the 2 courses. Second, we're going to monitor student performance on MAP scores. And we're going to separate those students by their core teachers to make certain that we're not having any data bleed over into any other stats. So they're going to be limited to their core teachers as well as their ability levels. So that way we're comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. And then we're going to take a look at both their time before they were in the class as well as their time after they were in their class. And if their scores increase after having been in the class, then we know that the idea behind this is solid. Any questions?